panel discussion, Making Tech Journey a Success for HRD and Employees, which is moderated by Mr. Farkaleet Iqbal. And the panel members are Shahrukh Nadeem, Mudawwir Hussain, Mehdi Raza, Alia Ahmed, Dr. Muhammad Shujaat Mubarak, Nadir Khan Feroz. I would request all the panelists and the moderator to come on stage with a huge round of applause and everybody back on their seats, please. I hope you're all done with your lunch. We will finish on time.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Can you hear me clear and loud? Back से अगर थोड़ा बता दें, मुझे हस्बर नज़र आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे. So good. Thank you, हस्बर. अच्छा जी. So we are back into this session now, and as they say कि right after lunch session थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है, नींद आ रही होती है, तो हम कोशिश करेंगे थोड़ा सा energetic रखें सेशन को, और आपके हंसते मुस्कुराते चेहरे मुझे नज़र आते रहेंगे, तो hopefully I'll try not to make it a graveyard session. A bit about me. अभी तक तो नाम समझ आ ही गया होगा, एक दो दफ़ा लिया जा चुका है. फारकलीद थोड़ा सा मुश्किल नाम है. Then surname is Iqbal, so it's a double kalkala in the name, and people always ask कि ये नाम है क्या. So it's a Hebrew word, हजूर नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के लिए जो नाम तूरा में आया in Old Testament. So that's what the name is. I work for a company called GSK. ठीक है, most probably आपने नाम सुना हुआ होगा. फार्मा में एक कंपनी है, and consumer healthcare में भी हम थोड़ा काम करते हैं. So I'm the country HR head for them. Today's session, जिस तरह हमारे जिक्र हुआ, बहुत से सेशन चलते रहे हैं. This would be about the tech journey, right? In terms of the technological, applications, infrastructures, the entire journey, the integrated journey coming through, and then how that entire journey apparently should be really successful. So हम उस journey को समझने की कोशिश करेंगे in 3 segments. Why we actually need a tech solution, so to say. चाहिए भी है कि नहीं चाहिए, और अगर चाहिए, सो आई नो फैसल ने पूरा बिजनेस केस बता दिया कि चाहिए, बट इन व्हाट फॉर्म, विल ट्राई टू नो दैट. अगर आप you haven't started even the data step of it and you want to go to the AI step of it, so देख समझना ज़रूरी है कि हम वहाँ तक पहुँच रहे हैं. सेकेंडली, हाउ टू डू इट, राइट? वेयर डज़ द कस्टमर कम इन? कस्टमर मतलब एम्प्लॉय हिमसेल्फ. हम जैसे जाके बताते हैं ना किसी को, आज से हम वर्कडे पे जा रहे हैं, सर्विस नाउ पे जाने लगे हैं, ऐप नई आ गई है, फ्योरी में अब अप्रूवल्स करने शुरू कर दें, एंड देन दिस एवरीबडी जस्ट गेट्स बॉन्कर्स के ये क्या चीज़ शुरू होने लगी है. सो समझना कि कस्टमर रिक्वायरमेंट कितनी ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, और जो बात पहले भी हो चुकी है कि दिस इज़ द रोल ऑफ ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज. The reason we say it's human resources is because humans हैं ना हम सारे, and they are variables. They're not constant. So variables की ज़ाहिर है requirements फ़र्क होती हैं, उनकी expectations थोड़ी फ़र्क होती हैं, and they're not the same. जो आज हैं वो कल भी same नहीं होंगे. They'll evolve. So as the software evolves, और हम जिस तरह भी metamorphosis का जिक्र करते रहे हैं सुबह से, so it's a journey, right? So we need to understand कि वो वाली चीज़ हम कैसे लेके चलना चाहेंगे. And we've got experts today. So we've got representation from business today, right? And then we've got representation from tech, companies who are helping us, all of us, get through that journey. और एंड में हम बात करेंगे इवेंचुअली कि आर देयर एनी मेट्रिसेस, आर देयर एनी टॉपिक्स, आर देयर एनी, वो क्या कहते हैं, अच्छा वर्ड, डैशबोर्ड्स, राइट, विच कैन हेल्प अस सी दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. ठीक है, सो ये जेनेरिक 3 थीमेटिक एरियाज जिसमें हम बात करेंगे. बिफोर वी मूव ऑन टू दिस जर्नी, आई वुड रियली अप्रिशिएट अगर सब हमारे वर्दी पैनलिस्ट अपना इंट्रोडक्शन करवा दीजिए. सो वी स्टार्ट ऑफ फ्रॉम मुदब्बिर.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm the HR professional. I working experience of more than 30 years consecutive in HR field. I started my career from Instafoon. Now I've started my own HR consulting company. Shukriya.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Shujaat Mubarak and I'm Dean, College of Business Management, Institute of Business Management. And primarily my area of interest is intellectual capital. So in fact, not only I'm doing academic research on the intellectual capital, but we try to provide the consultancy to the firms on as to how we can improve the intellectual capital.
Hello everyone, my name is Alia, and amongst the galaxy of HR professionals, I'm the business side. और I'm very thrilled to be part of this session because आप लोगों के साथ हमारी interaction होती है, especially for recruitment of talent, retention, और जो हमारे issues होते हैं. So giving my point of view in this discussion is a big thing for me, so looking forward to it.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Nadir Feroz and I am associated with the HR tech space for the last roughly 24 plus years. I belong to the company called Afrotech and our product is TimeTrax.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Mehdi Raza and I am with the team Harmony, and I am a HR tech consultant kind of a person, and it's my journey is of almost 8 years with the HR industry, and we facilitate multiple clients. Our company was established in 1992. We are one of the pioneers of the HR tech, I would say, and so that's more of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm audible. I'm Shahrukh and I represent my HCM Pakistan. It's great to be here among such an august gathering. Look forward to speaking to you.
Thank you very much. Ji. Thank you very much for the introductions. We now move on to the part where we'll start to discuss some details in terms of the journey that we were talking about. So सबसे पहला सवाल, right? जो हमने पहले भी अभी जिक्र करते रहे, why the tech? Do we really need it? And I understand the business case is there, so we're not just going to the very, very basics. कि चाहिए ही नहीं. What we are saying is at what stage and at what level, we would be embarking on this journey. So अगर इसके ऊपर panelists थोड़ा सा discussion करना चाहें, it's an open discussion. थोड़ा सा ये भी बता दूं कि if you've got any questions from the audience, you can always ask that part, ठीक है? So it's a more of an interactive session. We would not ask too many questions. हम कोशिश ये करेंगे कि whatever question that we ask, we get some good insights out of that. So over to you, Ji.
I would add some points to this discussion that why the need of tech. There is no, I would say, ambiguous idea in anybody's mind that HR tech is not needed now. It's the need of time. Everybody have formulated a journey of it as well. But what's more important is that we identify where do we stand in terms of taking the process of digitalization. Where does our company, our organization stands in terms of the culture, in terms of the, I would say that, in terms of the growth level, or where does it stand in terms of technology. So that's where the first step is to start. And the second part comes in the need. What is the need? Why are you actually moving towards HR tech? Once you identify that, and then you move towards the journey of this whole HR digitalization. So, yes.
I think that's a very important question. And I think HR as a department, as a discipline, has come to the crossroads. So if I take you down the memory lane, 10 years back when cloud computing was introduced in the world of information technology, there was a bit of apprehension amongst the people who were graduates in IT or who were IT managers as to what will happen. I think HR as a discipline is at the same crossroad as at which the IT department or the IT as a discipline was 10 years back. So it's high time that HR managers, HR heads of different corporates in Pakistan, which are already taking the leap, they understand that introduction of technology in HR will enhance their own capabilities, their decision-making power, and will further solidify their place at the board level as well. So that HR is considered, rather than quintessentially, it's, I must say, let's call a spade, that HR is considered a cost center. So with tech, I can say that with 100% guarantee and confidence that when HR adopts technology as a medium to run its department, HR becomes a profit center.
I'd like to add to what Shahrukh has said. It was, I think, back in 2005 when we first came out with the cloud version of our application time tracks. That was about 16 years ago. And people used to ask us what exactly is the cloud and how will we actually use it and where will our data be stored. And we used to tell them it's just like using Hotmail. That's been there for the last 10 odd years. So it's no more complicated than that. So it was a long journey. It was tough. But I believe with the COVID, it has actually necessitated that HR should be automated. You should be able to work from pretty much anywhere. I mean, whether you're at the workplace or at home or wherever, you could be vacationing and should still be working. So वो अब एक superlative हो गया है. You have to have HR automated in the cloud, in place, because anything can happen, and COVID has proven that to the world at large.
couldn't agree more.
True.
Achha,
sure. Thank you.
Just
Ji,
want
Alia,
to add
you'd like to add,
something
sure.
here. So I want to take a step back. देखिए HR function से expectations क्या होती थी कि आप selection करें, recruitment करें, retention पे देखें, employee information pass on करें, approvals दें, which is not the case anymore. So these are things which can be done by robotic process automation, can be done by AI. What we need now today is that HR is sitting across the table or with us, as a strategic partner, and we do the workforce planning for future. हम ये skill sets identify करें कि हमें अगले 10 साल में, 20 साल में किस तरह के skill sets चाहिए, किस तरह के लोग चाहिए, उनकी training और development needs क्या चाहिए. So, it's a much more productive discussion and their active participation in business with us, which is required rather than them doing the mundane tasks जो कि मैंने अभी आप लोगों को बताए. So the world is moving towards that. When we have robots, when we have technologies to help us do everything like this, then the human capital must be used, especially human capital from HR specifically here, to do the tasks which can bring value addition to the organization.
True. Thank you. So I also have my cheat sheet, and although it's not considered good in Pakistan, highly politicized, but what to do? It's always good to organize yourself on the cheat sheet. Anyway, my point on the HR automation is a bit more holistic, that rather than we talking about the HR automation, we should talk about the 3 important components of the organization to be automated or to be digitalized. So human capital is one, then there are the relation capital or the relationship of the organizations, and then there are the processes. If we are just talking about the human capital's automation, means the human resources processes automation, and we're not talking about the automation or digitalization within the stakeholders, or as to how we are going to maintain the relationship with the various stakeholders like our suppliers, our customers, and the business processes automation. So I think maybe the efforts to automate the HR or human capital could not be very fruitful, number one. Secondly, very important point which we have to look for is that we are talking about the human capital's automation. Are we going to make the humans robot? And then, especially in the tech firms, are we concerned about the techno stress? Once we're talking about the human capitals or HR's automation, are we talking about the techno stress? Are we going to consider about the psychological offshoots of the technology which are being exerted on the employees, and then the physical impacts of the technological development? Let me share with you some of the surveys which have been conducted in the companies who have been transformed toward the better technology. There are around, out of 500 employees of a company, they could found that the 40% of the employees have a kind of a physical offshoots, negative physical offshoots, physical health problems because of the technological upgradations. Number one, and 58% of the employees were having the techno stress, the psychological offshoots which have stemmed from the technology. So I think once we are talking about the HR automation and the human capitals and the HR processes automation, we must talk about the negative offshoots of the technology and how we have to cater for. Unfortunately, whenever we talk about the automation and the business process automation, we remain more focused upon the bottom lines, and maybe somehow we miss the real part of that human resource, which is the man, employees, which is the human being. So as to what would be the well-being of that particular individual. I'm sorry I'm taking with time, but obviously I waited for 45 minutes since the session was supposed to start at 2, so that's why I'll also be taking a bit more minutes. One more thing, which I have observed once I was having a consultancy with one of the company. जब हमने उनको ये कहा कि यार ये देखो आपने अपने प्रोसेस तो ऑटोमेट कर लिए, ये जो चेयर्स हैं ना आपको you have to bring some better chairs because they are affecting your productivity. तो there was the owner was from Lahore. उसने कहा छड़ो यार प्रोफेसर साहब की गल्लां कर दे हो, ये मैं would I buy 50,000 rupees chair for a single employee? तो फिर हमने उनको कन्विंस किया, भाई ये जो छड्डो यार, ये जो अच्छी चेयर है, ये it's not only the right of the people who are sitting at the top. Now the right chair is required for everybody in the work if you really are interested to get that employees motivated and to have that employees in the right health place. So I'll be maybe once the session would be proceeding on, I'll talk more about the techno stress and the physical stress of the digital automation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you very much. And I guess now we've got two interesting topics that have just emerged. एक तो जो techno stress है, I guess techno psychological and neuropsychotic stress, जिसका हम सुनना शुरू हो गए हैं recently. So good topic too. Probably if we'll get some time, we'll talk about that. And also the fact कि जो बात अभी आलिया ने की, once we've got automation, right? Once we've got the digitization available to us, we can actually focus on things which we are here for which we are really paid for. All those, strategic interventions, specifically in terms of जो हम talent management की बात करते हैं, जो हम business partnering की बात करते हैं, and I guess बहुत से लोगों ने इसका जिक्र किया है, place at the board, right? So that's so very much important to understand कि और जो अभी भी जिक्र हुआ कि we are not a cost center, we are a profit center and a very very strategic cost center. जब हम resources की बात करते हैं, we talk about financial resources, we talk about physical resources, machinery, man, machinery, money, right? All of those जो हम बातें किया करते थे. But an important thing is human resource is such an important resource, which is the biggest multiplier that you can get in an ROI part, right? आपको machines की efficiency पता है, एक से ऊपर नहीं जा सकती. आपको बहुत से और चीज़ों की financial efficiency in terms of investment पता है. Within that realm, it would give results, the outputs आएंगे, but human has that strange and the amazing part of synergies जिसमें 1 + 1 does not equal to always 2. You can go beyond, above and beyond that, and that is so important in terms of understanding. We've got human capital that we're talking about, and then we can focus on. Sorry Mudabir साहब, मैंने आपके बात को बीच में से hijack कर लिया. If you want to add anything in here?
No, it's all right. I would like to add one thing, and also second this opinion. Okay, we have to create a congenial environment. People are not investing the betterment for the employees. They don't believe on good office and facilities and all. We are focusing, are we ready to opt new technology with the obsolete staff mindset or employer's mindset? So we have to change the culture as well as prior to opt any new technology. Or there are challenges applying new system and technology in the company as far as the HR is concerned and other departments are concerned. I think we have to work on the cultural change as well as are we at par with the market in respect of remuneration and all. So this is my point of view.
Thank you very much. We move on a bit. हमारे पास थोड़ा limited time है. So हमारा एक और discussion जो कि हम group में पहले भी interaction करते रहे हैं was about the fact कि what is a successful tech implementation? We are talking about a journey, right? जिसमें से हम गुजरेंगे, we will have some implementation and eventually there would be certain ROI. तो are there any matrices and are there any dashboards, numbers हम जिसका जिक्र कर सकते हैं इस पूरी चीज़ में as a successful journey? So what is a successful tech journey and are there any matrices, any particular numbers that we can focus on? So it's an open discussion if anybody wants to add on to that.
So I think इसमें sorry.
Please carry on.
सबसे पहले तो आपने अपनी need identify करनी है ना, जो कि सुबह के भी session में someone mentioned that कि digitization not for the sake of digitization, but you need to solve a problem and solve a problem for your internal customers. So let's suppose अगर हम एक यहाँ पे case देखें, just let's talk about recruitment. So अगर हम recruitment के लिए AI tools इस्तेमाल करते हैं, अगर हम recruitment के लिए technology इस्तेमाल करते हैं, then at the end of the day we need to answer few KPIs when we go through this. So for example, वो कौन सा channel है जिससे हमारे पास सबसे अच्छे results आ रहे हैं in terms of getting the candidates. एक candidate जब मैं on board करती हूँ तो उसको productive होने में to come up to speed to the business कितने दिन लगते हैं, how much investment I'm making on a new hire, new hire versus retention. अगर मैं एक candidate को जाने देती हूँ तो how much it's costing me. So these are all the KPIs जिसके बारे में हम सोचते हैं, हम बात करते हैं, but I think अभी तक at least पाकिस्तान में I have not seen कि we've reached that stage to quantify कि ये जब हम सारी बातें कर रहे हैं और हमारे जहन में एक है, हो सकता है इसके कोई रॉन्ग और राइट आंसर्स नहीं है हमारे पास, लेकिन जब हम इसको ऑन द टेबल रखें और हम इसको क्वान्टिफाई करें तो वी गेट much more visibility in terms of how much it's costing us to get a new recruit rather than retaining one which is already there.
Okay.
I'll add to the lady's comment. Basically, whatever gets measured gets managed. So at the outset, if you define whatever you are going to be doing will be getting an X or Y result, and if you monitor that, it could be the return on investment, it could be the reduction in time to hire, the quality of hire, the time they stayed with the organization, etc. Or the payroll itself, how much of a reduction in errors there was as opposed to what was previously in place. So there is a lot of areas of HR which gets covered through the HR technology. So you need to define at the very outset whether it will be a quantitative measure or a qualitative one, because qualitative measures are also now finding their place in the boardroom, that you need to improve the employee experience. So whatever you decide will eventually get measured and will get improved upon as well. I'd just like to add to the initial part of the question, how do you make it successful? I'll give an example of Khadi, where it was exactly almost 5 years ago when they implemented the attendance and payroll system. It was on 1st September 2016, and that day, including the CEO down to the PN, everybody was being served mithai at the entrance when they were marking their attendance, because they wanted to make that process a success. And they were actually sent out an email saying that if you mark your attendance regularly during this period, you'd actually qualify for lucky draw. So to make it successful, just a very basic facet of HR, the attendance and payroll system, the organization, right up to the CEO, they took interest in that to make sure everybody owns the process and there are no hiccups, and if there are any, they are taken care of very swiftly.
Your question was ROI on this automation. I'll tell you one thing, we cannot quantify the advantages of automation, but we can achieve a lot because we have to define our core and non-core business. और हमारे यहाँ हो ये रहे कि हम engage रहते हैं, पैटी उसमें पेपरलेस इन्वायरमेंट हो जाएगी, मेटिकुलस काम हो जाएगा, एक्यूरेसी से काम होगा, इसके नंबर ऑफ़ बेनिफिट्स हैं. और हमें हेजिटेट कर रहे हैं कि हमारी एम्प्लॉयमेंट ख़त्म होगी. जब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन प्रॉस्पर करेगी और HR इफेक्टिव होगा तो डेफिनेटली वो स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्ट अपना प्ले करेगा. तो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ एडवांटेजेस बाय ऑप्टिंग दिस ऑटोमेशन. थैंक यू.
थैंक यू. जी मैथ्यू वांटेड टू ऐड.
आई विल जस्ट ऐड फ्यू सेंस टू इट. हमारी जर्नी सिंस 1992 वी टेक दिस प्राइड कि हमारा माशाल्लाह से 100% इम्प्लीमेंटेशन सक्सेस रेशो है. इसका रीज़न एक अगर मैंने अपनी जर्नी में सीखा वो दो चीज़ें हैं. एक, ऑनबोर्डिंग द राइट टीम फॉर डिजिटलाइजेशन, जिनको अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में भी पता हो कि किस चीज़ अभी व्हाट आर द स्टेप्स इन्वॉल्व्ड in moving towards the digitalization, and trust me, it's a step-by-step process. You can't jump to the strategic HR while not incorporating operational HR. First, it's a step-by-step approach. You go with the automation of operational HR and then move ahead with the strategic partnership. Now, the time, as I think, is कि अब HR is more on a strategic side. वो सिर्फ उन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जिनमें एक ऑपरेशनल एचआर को रन किए हुए अब टाइम हो गया, अब सॉफ्टवेयर रन करता है उसका ऑपरेशनल एचआर. बट यहाँ पर ये नीड को आइडेंटिफाई करना इज़ द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग. दूसरी चीज़ जो फकली भाई का पहला सवाल था कि सक्सेस को मेजर करना क्लाइंट के अलावा टेक साइड के ऊपर भी बिजनेस कोलैबोरेशन को समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है. जैसे इन्होंने बोला था कि HR is a very dynamic field. Every industry, every company have its own HR policies and structures. So to understand that, that's the primary responsibility of a technology partner, and it's a journey. You have to go hands on hands with each other. So yes, that's my part of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just to add, there are a few matrices available. There are a few indices available which we can gauge the return on investment on technology, and they are the industry wise, and there are a lot of consultants, they are providing some indices. So it's doable that return on investment on technology process automation could be computed. Nevertheless, it's a part of the strategic plan of an organization. So it may not be measured after 6 months or after a year. It has to be taken into account, maybe into the long-term vision of the company, that what to be achieved and what has to be achieved in the 5 years or the 10 years.
Okay, thank you. आपने बड़े मज़ेदार, you know, the reason I'm saying मज़ेदार, खाना खा के अभी आए हैं तो वो लफ्ज़ ऐसे ही आ रहे हैं सबके जहन में. So an interesting part, right, that you've raised that there's a negative outcome of this, you know, all implementation, the tech implementation, और जिसमें आपने जिक्र किया that psychological stress that is coming out. ठीक है, of course, any process that, you know, implement, there are of course collateral, you know, impacts of that, so to say. हमारी डिस्कशन में ये बात भी आई थी कि सो वेयर इज़ द वॉइस ऑफ कस्टमर, राइट. अभी हमने इतना जिक्र किया कि आप, यू नो, डेटा ऑटोमेट करते हैं, यू नो, सेल्फ सर्विस सिस्टम्स पे चले जाएं, वर्क डेज पे चले जाएं, सर्विस नाउस पे चले जाएं, आई नो यू गॉट, अब तो यू नो इतनी ऐप बेस सब कुछ आ रहा है. व्हाट डज द एम्प्लॉय एक्चुअली वांट्स, उसको क्या, बिकॉज कस्टमर एक्सपीरियंस, जब हमने एम्प्लॉय एक्सपीरियंस की बात की थी, वी लुक्ड एट नेशनल बैंक की केस स्टडी में. So any idea about that? Because I guess that's important. We are just looking at one side of it कि हमारे पास technical solutions भी हैं, हम करना भी चाहते हैं, there's a business case and everything. Employee क्या चाहता है इस पूरी चीज़ में? What do they want? Are we really serving that need? Yes or no? Because अगर वो stress है, so of course there's a negative outcome of that. But how we can sort of reduce that part? So if we can, you know, openly discuss that part.
It's a very important question, and इसमें I'll just give my 2 cents on this. There is a very thin line between making the customer happy in terms of an employee. क्योंकि जब हम लोग implement करते हैं किसी भी company organization में जाके software, there are usually two groups. One are the change agents. ये किसी भी दुनिया की product में आप उठा के देख लें, there are early adopters and there are people who are reluctant to change, who are called the status quo. तो इसमें मैं हमेशा एक बात कहता हूँ, and don't get me wrong when I say that, कि वो Henry Ford ने कहा था कि if I would have asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. तो मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि उनकी वॉइस को बिल्कुल रिजेक्ट करें. यू नीड टू क्रिएट दैट पूल ऑफ पीपल हु आर चेंज एजेंट्स. आई नो अ फ्यू पीपल हु आर सिटिंग ओवर हियर हु आर एक्टिंग एज चेंज एजेंट्स, एज कैटलिस्ट ऑफ चेंज विद इन देयर रिस्पेक्टिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. तो उनको आपको बाइन लेना होता है, मैनेजमेंट का बाइन लेना होता है, एंड देन यू स्लोली, लाइक द जेंटलमैन सेड, कि इट्स अ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन जर्नी. ये आपको 2-3 महीने में रिजल्ट्स नहीं देगी. यू पहले आपने डार्क साइड ऑफ एचआर को ख़त्म करना है, जो पेपर वर्क है, एम्प्लॉय प्रोफाइल से रिलेटेड, पेरोल से रिलेटेड, अटेंडेंस से रिलेटेड, सेल्फ सर्विस से रिलेटेड, एंड देन यू स्लोली, ग्रेजुअली, साइलेंटली मूव टुवर्ड्स the performance management side, the recruitment side, the analytics side. HR is now future. If you talk about future, in the next 12 to 18 months, in our own Pakistan, my own company is working on predictive analytics, video recruitment, bot recruitments. So these tools will eventually come into play once the dark side of HR is revealed. So like I said, it has to be a blend of buy-in from the customer, but from my experience, Farkalit, let me be honest that we need a push from the management side, from the people who want change, and then eventually people down the line, 3 to 6 months down the line during the implementation, they come to terms with it कि अब इसके साथ ही काम जो है ना वो चलाना पड़ेगा, and then you have to work accordingly.
Thank you very much. I guess a good term, you know, the dark side of HR. Yeah, but so what you're saying is essentially we have to create that need, right? Because employees, तो वो से कहते हैं ना tap on the back वाला अभी भी situation है कि एक HR का फिर रहा होगा, you know, कोई ना कोई, you know, and then he's doing employee engagement, and then you say वो मेरा ये काम भी कर दें, ये काम भी कर दें, which is probably a more of a boutique solution, right? You know, 5 लोग 10 लोग एक organization, but once you're saying, you know, 5 नहीं 50, 500 नहीं 5000, and then you need all those efficiencies coming in. So everybody needs that personalized sort of, you know, service from HR. But is that cost effective? Yes or no? Eventually, then we have to graduate moving
forward. Cost में तो Farkalit, just to add up, the moment you decide, it's not that I represent a tech HR company. The moment our organization decides and contemplates and eventually takes the decision कि हमें एक HR का system चाहिए, that's the moment they start saving the cost.
True that.
उसकी एक लंबी discussion है, we can have it perhaps in the next tech summit. But anyone who's sitting over here, the moment you decide कि आपने HR को transform करना है, digitalize करना है, that's the time you start saving on the cost.
एक्चुअली इसमें मैं थोड़ा सा ऐड करना चाहती हूँ. आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ द फैक्ट कि आप इसको बड़ा सिस्टमैटिक भी कर सकते हैं. एंड इन UBL वी हैव एक्चुअली पुट टुगेदर अ UBL डिजिटल लैब. सो जहाँ पे कोई भी टेक्नोलॉजी से रिलेटेड चीज़ या कोई भी हम डिजिटाइज करते हैं प्रोसेस, बी इट HR, बी इट फॉर यू नो कंज्यूमर बैंकिंग और डिजिटल बैंकिंग, वी स्टार्ट विद the voice of the customer. So हम एक workshop करते हैं जिसमें हमारे सारे stakeholders आते हैं, including customers. And since I come from a banking industry, so you can imagine compliance and operational risk and whatever you can think of in terms of representation.
Again, exercise like a survey, internal.
So, thank you.
Just adding to your point that in the HR automation, I have seen in some of the companies where the system was not very successful, that the HR team per se was not trained. That the company had bought the system, and they were implementing the system, and they were training their HR team. So the number one. Secondly, I could also see that the HR team was itself not convinced that this system could have been incorporated in the organizations. इसीलिए whenever we go to somewhere, आप check-in counter पे जाते हैं, पता चलता है जी कि system खराब है. हालांकि system is not खराब. The problem is either the employee is not aware of the system, और वो काम ही नहीं करना चाहता. आप बैंक में चले जाएं, आप किसी check-in counter पे चले जाएं, or wherever you go, a lot of time you hear that system is kharab. And even in the HR, I could, during audit of one of the company, I could have a lot of complaints from the employees कि हम HR के पास अगर हम अपने किसी, for example, they want a tech certificate, तो HR कहता है system ही नहीं चल रहा. The reason is not the system is नहीं चल रहा. The reason is that the department is not convinced or may not be trained or poorly trained in order for adopting that particular technology. So the first is convincing the department, and then we can adopt the automation or digitalization technology.
Thank you. मेरा ख्याल 2-3 अच्छे themes नज़र आ गए. एक तो ये कि ज़रूरी नहीं कि कस्टमर को भी पता उसको क्या चाहिए. So at times you need to create that need. That's one. और बात उसके बाद can actually give them a product which is much more what they actually need. और जाहिर है आपने बात की कि हम डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं, वी कैन एक्चुअली फाइंड आउट फ्रॉम डिपार्टमेंट से. एक चेंज वर्कशॉप में हम थे, वहाँ पे किसी ने जिक्र किया कि इट्स ऑल अबाउट 3 Ds. आई सेड व्हाट्स दैट. इट्स लाइक वो या तो डेटा बता देता है, राइट, या डिमांड बता देती है. तो उनका तीसरा डी क्या है? सेट वो वैसे हमसे डिसीजन कहते हैं, लेकिन आमतौर में उर्दू में हमसे डंडा कहते हैं, राइट. इवेंचुअली वंस somebody on the higher up decides, then it has to be done. तो फिर वो eventually implementations भी आ जाती हैं. Although not a very
good approach. That's true. But yes, unfortunately in Pakistan ये थोड़ा सा push है जो कि हमारी इंडस्ट्री में है कि एम्प्लॉय लेवल के ऊपर HR, जैसे उन्होंने बोला, कुछ HR कन्विंस नहीं होता, बट HR हैज़ टू टेक इट अप. प्लस एम्प्लॉय लेवल पे मेजरली चीज़ आती है, बट फॉर एज अ टेक्नोलॉजी पार्टनर सिर्फ यही हो सकता है कि उनके लिए वो UI और यूज़र इंटरफेस इतना ईजी हो कि दे आर रेडी एंड विलिंग टू एक्सेप्ट इट. तो दैट इज़ द ओनली वे कि एम्प्लॉई की इंगेजमेंट, एम्प्लॉई की इन्वॉल्वमेंट. और जैसे नादिर भाई ने बोला कि देयर इज़, यू हैव टू मेक अ टीम ऑफ डिजिटलाइजेशन जिसकी जो राइटफुली आइडेंटिफाइड हो, और उसके बाद वो इंसेंटिवाइज करे एम्प्लॉई को कि वो किसी तरीके से उसको अडॉप्ट करे. So that is the factor that we can look into in creating a successful tech journey.
Thank you. Ji, you want to add?
Basically, resistance always stems from uncertainty. So, experiencing that, what we did somewhere back in 2013 was that we started a TimeTrack certified professional program. So what we were doing was that we were going to universities and user organizations as well, and we were imparting certificate training of the product, so that once they have hands-on experience from the very outset, where they're having the theoretical knowledge and the practical implementation of the system. So then once they have the system in hand, there's very little resistance. So that has always proven to be a very successful model, because they are very well versed with how the system progresses, how it is integrated, and how it actually benefits them, and their line managers assess their performance. So that takes care of the resistance element through the certification program.
Thank you very much. And we understand, we've got limited time, and it's such an interesting topic is for discussion हो सकती है. So one last sort of round of question that we're going to go ahead, और वो ये है कि so यहाँ तक तो हम पहुँच गए. What is in future for us now? What are the trends for new tech HR में क्या होने जा रहा है आगे? So कोई अच्छी inspiring चीज़ें अगर हम बता सकें to our audience, ज़ाहिर है थोड़े से after this discussion लोगों को कुछ चाहिए होता है.
I don't want to scare the audience too much, but one thing is the operational side of HR, which I always refer to as the dark side, that's already moving towards obsolescence if it's not already done. That's done and dusted. So anyone who is working on payrolls, or other maintaining files of employees, that's already gone. Now, when it comes to future, the future is very bright, very data driven. Primarily, HR tech companies, including myself, we are working on artificial intelligence, machine learning, and that too with the single convergence point that we want to help the management of organizations in Pakistan take quality decisions when it comes to HR. So AI is there, machine learning is there. We have already introduced, MyHCM has introduced a voice-enabled command in the software, in our mobile app, and then we are working towards bot recruitment, video recruitment, so recruiters perhaps can divert their energies, channelize their energies towards some other strategic tasks, and then of course predictive analytics. So whereby I'll be able to predict whether Khawar will be leaving my company in the month of December 2021 or not. So those are the things that we are working on.
Khawar.
I'm not picking on any Khawar, so please, any Khawar in the audience. I know who's my Khawar.
Very well identified the future trends of HR. First thing is journey ko Farkaleet bhai and audience, I would say this is a journey जो लोग ऑपरेशनल एचआर से आगे आ गए हैं अब उसके ऊपर काम हो रहा है, जैसे शुजात साहब ने आइडेंटिफाई किया. द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग इज़ कि हमारे यहाँ अनफॉर्चुनेटली ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में एक बहुत फंडामेंटल चीज़ है जो कि वेल डिफाइंड नहीं है. बट बीइंग एन टेकप्रेन्योर मैं एक बात सजेस्ट करूँगा कि हमारे जेडी जेएस जितना अच्छे आइडेंटिफाई होंगे, दैट इज़ वेयर वी विल टेक एज इन टर्म्स ऑफ एचआर. एचआर के अंदर सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट जब टैलेंट मैनेजमेंट की हम बात करते हैं, इट ऑल स्टार्ट्स देयर. और टैलेंट एक्विजिशन की जब बात करते हैं, इट्स ऑल स्टार्ट्स देयर. वी हैव टू वैल्यू द टीम एंड इवैल्यूएट द टीम इन टर्म्स ऑफ their JDs and JS. So for organization, just a recommendation that we should thoroughly plan out the JD JS, and on those basis we will be able to have predictive analysis. When will they be able to leave the organization? What type of incentives we can provide to retain or extend that tenure and enhance that. So yes, my 2 cents on that.
AI and chatbots and even chat kiosks for down the line employees, the worker level, this is all in the works. This is all pretty much implemented in some places. This is going to find its way. But I believe if we talk about Pakistan, I don't see it happening, being at the mainstream for at least another 15, 20 years because of the population size we have. What will we do with all the manpower if we're going to automate everything? We will not be able to do that. We should not be looking to do that. So these things, these fancy things will be there. They'll be part of the mainstream. They'll be with some organizations in a big way. But a lot of organizations will not be making good use of them, at least not in HR. That's my take on this.
Thank you. Thank you. जी आलिया.
जी मेरे फेलो पैनलिस्ट ने आई थिंक बात कर ली है ऑल अबाउट ऑटोमेशन और एआई और चैटबॉट्स की. आई थिंक 2 चीज़ें हैं जिनके बारे में मैं बात करना चाहती हूँ. एक तो माइंडसेट एंड कल्चरल चेंज. सो जब तक के डाउन टू द लेवल ऑफ एनीवन इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वो उसको ओन नहीं करेंगे, उस माइंडसेट को नहीं लेकर आएंगे जिसमें यू नीड टू गो टू अ डिजिटाइज फ्यूचर, तब तक नहीं हो सकेगा डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. Deloitte has predicted that by 2030, 30% of the current jobs will be redundant. लेकिन इट्स नॉट अ डूम्सडे सिचुएशन. आप देखेंगे कितनी नई जॉब्स आ रही हैं, कितनी नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आ रही हैं. बहुत सारे तो इस टाइटल्स हैं जो कि हम सुनते हैं, स्क्रम मास्टर्स हैं, एजाइल लीड्स हैं. सो देयर इज सो मच आउट देयर, एंड स्पेशली विद इंटरनेट एंड टेक्नोलॉजी anyone can get these certifications and enrich their skill set. So first of all, it's mindset. The second thing is with technology, other than automating your repetitive tasks, etc., you can do some cool stuff as well. So I was reading about this Canadian company जो कि virtual reality के through उन्होंने ये establish किया कि उन्होंने अपने office की environment create की, and whenever they are going to these university campus to attract new talent, वो उनको ये virtual reality tour देते थे, and students were actually imagine themselves into that office environment, and then they decide for themselves if they are into they like this organization and they would like to work under these circumstances and the environment that they have created. So we can really create some cool stuff to attract new talent, to retain them through this technology as well.
Okay, not only HR, about the business process automation, one technology which I think we are not looking at is the blockchain. So I am working on a project which is of the Government of Pakistan's project. There's a blockchain-driven business processes, particularly blockchain-driven supply chain, and we are looking at the oil and gas industry. So while working on this project, we could find massive potential in this technology. So I would suggest you at least, आप में से जो भी लोग they're sitting at the decision-making positions, at least just look into this technology. It's not that much costly, but it has amazing results in terms of maybe the traceability, in terms of data security, in terms of the business agilities, and a lot more. And interesting thing is this is a kind of an open source technology. So I think instead of just saying that we in Pakistan, we are just laggards or we are just lagging behind what the developed nations are, we can step up, we can adopt this kind of developments. And I could see there are a number of firms who are adopting this kind of technology, and obviously we can take the lead. It could be a first mover advantage, at least in this market. So from this business process automation side, I think blockchain must be looked at. Secondly, one thing I left was that it is the intergenerational heterogeneities in terms of the IT experts. For example, now the generation alpha we are hearing about, that those who have born after 2000, maybe in the early 2010s, so maybe in next 5 to 10 years they'll also be coming into the business. And we have then again generation Z, which has been divided into two parts. One component of the generation Z, those who born in 90s, they are highly techy, but those who are at the beginning of the generation Z are at the tail of the generation Y, like the persons like us who were born in the 79s, 80s, maybe are 81. So those are lesser technology savvy comparatively. So sometimes it happens that once we are going the business process automation, so the generation, like generation Z people, they are more technology savvy, but their bosses who are sitting at the top, the people maybe from the generation Y or from the early generation Z, they are not understanding that as to what could be the importance of this technological adoption or this technological transformation. So my take is that we have to convince and we have to train that cohort of the generation Y who are lesser technology savvy, and then we'll be able to adopt this business process automation, including the human capital or intellectual capital development transformation in our organizations.
Thank you, Dr. Shujat. Ji sir.
This is a common problem in Pakistan. Decision makers are not IT savvy, and they do not know anything about the new technology. But as far as Pakistan is concerned, we were the third country in the world who started cellular services in Pakistan. Similarly, we are going to launch 5G. So the things are getting changed so fast. We have to create a forum, we have to create a platform where we can induct or arrange the intellectual from all over the Pakistan and start thinking on new era and artificial intelligence और इस सारी चीज़ों को implementation के हवाले से, तो there is a lacking of intellectual people at the decision level. तो government sector हो या private organization हो जो own करते हैं, तो उनकी कंप्यूटर ही rightly said it के वो IT सेवी नहीं है या वो सारी प्रॉब्लम ज़रूर हैं, तो वी हैव टू वर्क ऑन इट.
जस्ट वन लास्ट डिपार्टिंग कमेंट. यहाँ पे HR के मैनेजर्स, HR हेड्स, HR लीडर्स बैठे हुए हैं. जस्ट वन लास्ट मैसेज, डोंट बी पेट्रिफाइड फ्रॉम एनी स्ट्रेच ऑफ इमेजिनेशन कि टेक्नोलॉजी इन HR इज आउट टू गेट योर गोट. There is no threaten to your job. It's not threatening your job at all. In fact, मुझे एक analogy याद आ रही है फरकलीत के बचपन में हमने पढ़ा था सैमसन एंड डिलाइला की स्टोरी. If anyone recalls over here, सैमसन is a guy और उसकी वो बड़ा powerful Hercules sort of a person होता है और उसकी जो ताकत होती है उसके बालों में होती है, and eventually उसकी स्टोरी आगे चलती है. But in this particular case, जो सैमसन के बाल हैं वो actually technology है in HR. So don't worry, if you want to empower yourself in the organization, technology is the future. So please adopt it.
Thank you very much. I guess really nice way to finish off the discussion itself. सबने बहुत अच्छी discussion की, बहुत अच्छे points दिए. If you have any questions from the hall, we'll take that and then I'll close it off afterwards. Can we have a mic in here? On the first table. नहीं यार, आप वैसे ही पता कर लीजिए, बता दें.
Hello, I'm
Yep.
Baktawa from TechExon, HR journalist there. So we are talking about HR and tech goes hand in hand, right? So, but when we go for talent acquisition, we don't ask for a technical part. We only ask for the skills that an HR person should have, right? We don't ask that, do you have any kind of certifications? Sometimes we do have, but that's the one that we are using only. And from an academic point of view, many academies are not into that thing. If we are going for HR specialization, they are focusing on HR courses only. They are not collaborating that with technology, right? So don't you think that this change can be kind of put in our academies first, then it will be in our industry?
Bakhtawar, a very appropriate question and the need of the hour. और यहाँ पे डॉक्टर साहब बैठे हुए हैं. I teach at CBM as well. I teach new product development over there. So, yeah. So मैंने इसके ऊपर, this is a very big gap in the market, what you're speaking about, whereby our industry is calling for people who are technology natives, who know what technology in HR is. But when we see the market, there's no talent over there. So I, in fact, have designed a course and I offer my services. Dr. Shujat, please pardon me for using this medium to offer my services. But I have designed a complete digital HR course which will help enable HR majors who are doing BBA or MBA to learn those skills that are required by the modern organizations with respect to technology in HR.
Shahrukh, we have, in fact, thank you so much for offering, and definitely I would love to just look into that, and we'll love to have you on board. In fact, we have the courses like HR Analytics. We have even courses, we have recently planned the courses which are on the blockchain-driven supply chain. But you know what happens? When the people from the industry comes, they say कि यार ये तो आप इतनी एडवांस चीज़ें पढ़ा रहे हैं, हमें तो इंडस्ट्री में चाहिए ही नहीं. आपने, there is no name in the digitalization and the business process automation and open innovation in the industry. यार इनको बताओ कि ये खाते कैसे करने हैं. So the problem, you know, there's a kind of a conflict between the academia and industry. Unfortunately, in Pakistan, that industry thinks that they are the leaders. Academia thinks that whatever they're imparting is a superior thing. Normally, it's practiced in the world. For example, in the United States, the academia leads. Academia is the cheapest laboratory for the research. It's the cheapest laboratory for experiments. We here, for example, at the IUBM, so many times we have asked the industry that use our students, use our platform, and in fact, we are using to some extent in order to overcome the business processes, in order to overcome the business problems. But most of the time it happens, you know, that laboratory is not used. So obviously, I think that the problem is at the both ends, but nevertheless, academia has also to look into the courses. They need to more transform into it. Again, this may be irrelevant, but the academia is also being regulated by the higher education commissions. Sometimes there are some restrictions by the higher education commissions, and we have also to keep in mind those kind of regulations as well.
थैंक यू सो वेरी मच. और बड़ा खुशी हुई कि ये पैनल डिस्कशन से इंडस्ट्री या एकेडेमिया लिंकेज वाली डिस्कशन भी शुरू हो गई. सो आई गेस अ रियली फ्रूटफुल सेशन फॉर अस. जस्ट टू कंक्लूड द सेशन, सम ऑफ द टेकअवेज. वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड वेयर आर वी इन टर्म्स ऑफ आवर जर्नी एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. टेक जर्नी में कहाँ पे हैं, कौन सा सोल्यूशन हमें लेना है और किस किस्म की हमें ट्रांजिशन लेके आनी है अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में. दैट्स वन दैट वी अंडरस्टूड. सेकेंडली, customer at times doesn't know what is available in the industry, right, globally, right? We need to create that need, and what Alia was suggesting was that mindset has to be changed accordingly. So we need to push for that. Second and third, whatever generation you are in, just get onto this journey, understand this is the future. So whether we're talking about blockchain, we're talking about AI, NFTs, whatever we are talking about, just get on board with that. So with that, I'd like to thank you everyone. Thank you so very much, Ji.
Thank you, Fakleet. Thank you, sir.